Hey everybody, my name is Keely from the Youth Gambling Awareness Program, or YGAP for short, at the YMCA of Southwestern Ontario. Today we are going to play some fun games and learn about gambling while we play.
To play these games, we will be using a coin,
a bag of marbles,
a die,
and a deck of cards. For those of you at home, you will need a paper and a pen to play along.
The first thing we need to do is think of 4 of our favorite things. Now, we have 2 rules while we're doing this. You have to own them. So as much as you may love your family, your car, or your house, you don't personally own those items, so you wouldn't want to write that down.
It can't be a person. Again, we love our friends and family, but we don't own them. So let's make our list.
All right, so I have on my list a coffee mug, a wallet, my headphones, and my phone.
That's awesome, Yasmin. On my list, I also have a coffee mug. I have my favorite blanket. I have my cell phone, and I also have my golf clubs.
Okay, we are now ready to start playing. We are going to play 4 games, all of them based on chance.
Hey, what does that mean? What is chance?
When you play a game of chance, it means you have no control over the outcome of the game, so you can never know for sure if you're going to win or lose.
That's right. Ready for the first game?
Okay, let's flip this coin. Now, before I do, we're going to guess if it will land on heads or tails. Write down your guess beside the first item on your list. If we guess correctly, then next to the first item listed, write a 2 to show that we won and doubled up on that item.
These items are our wagers. A wager is something you bet with. Keep in mind that since this is just for fun, we're actually going to have to give away our favorite things. But let's see how many items we will have by the end of the game.
Okay, here it goes. I'm going to flip the coin. And it landed on heads. Here you go. It landed on heads. So if you were correct, you write a 2 next to that object. And if you're wrong, you cross off the first one.
Well, I won, so I guess I win extra Swedish berries. I'm pretty happy about that. What did you win or lose, Ima?
I actually also won. I guessed heads, and I put down my favorite cup. So I guess that means I get 2 of my favorite cup now?
Well, congratulations to all of you that doubled up on your favorite objects. Now, before we play the next activity, I have a question for you. If we were actually risking our items and maybe winning more of our favorite things, would we be gambling?
Well, Paul, the definition of gambling is when you bet something of value on a game or activity and you don't know if you will win or lose.
The items on our list are our favorite things, so they are valuable to us. And each of these games is based on chance. We don't know if we are going to win or lose.
So yes, if we were actually risking our items, we would be gambling.
Okay, we are ready for a second activity. This time, we're going to play with the marbles. In this bag, there are 5 marbles. There are 4 light marbles and 1 dark. We have to try and pull out the dark marble. If we do, we get to double up on the second item on our list. But if we don't, we lose that item.
Do we have a better or a worse chance to pull the light marble than we did to guess correctly on the coin if it would land on heads or tails?
I'm not sure. How do we figure out what our chances are?
One way is to look at our odds. Odds are our chances of winning compared to our chances of losing.
We have 1 dark marble, so 1 chance to win, and 4 light marbles, so 4 chances of losing. That means our odds are 1 out of 4.
And if we look now at the coin, it has 2 sides. So we have 1 chance to win and 1 chance to lose. So we had better odds of guessing the right answer when we flipped the coin.
All right, so let's see how this activity turns out. I'm gonna shuffle the bag. All right, so try to pull out one marble and it's a light marble. So again, you're going to cross out two if you've won, but since we're wrong, you don't get to double up your item.
Well, I lost, and that makes me feel sad because I lost my favorite camera. What about you, Courtney?
I lost too. And that makes me super sad because I'd written down my bike. That was my second item that I've actually lost. So I'm not feeling really great right now.
In our next activity, we are going to try and guess the number that will be rolled with this die. So let's figure out the probability of us guessing correctly.
Well, I'm going to guess that we roll a 5. There's only one 5 on this die, so we have one chance of that happening. And there are a total of 6 sides. So we have 6 possible outcomes.
So the probability of guessing correctly is 1 out of 6.
Okay, so let's give this a try. Everyone write down the number you think is going to be rolled beside the item that you are risking. It landed on a 2. So if you guessed a 2, then write down another 2 beside your item. But if you guess wrong, you have to cross out the third item on your list.
I lost and I put my iPad as my favorite item, so I'm feeling kind of sad. What about you, Christy?
I'm pretty disappointed as well. I put down my cell phone and I did not guess correctly. So I lost my cell phone. This is not good.
Sorry to hear. When we are betting something of value, we have to consider not only how it affects us as players, but how losing might affect others around us. It's exciting if we win, but if we lose, it might impact more than just ourselves.
So if I bet my television and I lost, I have to consider how much this affects other parts of my life as well. I share my TV with other people in my house. So if it's gone, not only does this affect me, but others won't be able to watch TV anymore either.
We have one more game to play. Here we have a deck of cards, 52 cards. We have to try and guess what card will be pulled, the number and the suit. But before we guess, let's figure out the odds and probability of guessing correctly.
Okay, so we said that the odds are the chances of winning compared to the chances of losing. There is only one of each card, so one chance of being right, and there are 51 chances of being wrong. So the odds are 1 in 51.
I don't know about you guys, but this seems like the trickiest game yet with the worst odds and probability of winning.
All right, everyone. Pick your number and suit and write it down beside your last item. Shuffle the cards. Show you the cards. Here we go. We're going to pick one random card. All right. And the card is 10 of diamonds.
Ugh, I was so close. I had a 6 of diamonds, but I lost. And that means I lose the book that I'm reading right now, and I don't get to know what the ending is. What happened with you, Courtney?
Well, I guessed the 5 of hearts, so I didn't get it right. And my glasses are what I put down. So that's actually going to be probably a big problem. And it's the 4th thing that I have lost.
So why do you think it's important to understand odds and probability if you are going to be betting or playing for keeps?
Well, if you know how likely you are to win or lose, it can help you decide if you want to make a bet, play for keeps, or just play for fun.
And if you decide to bet, understanding your chances of winning and losing can help you decide if what you are willing to bet with. Because you should only ever bet something you are okay to lose and live without.
So what are some other things we should think about before we decide if we want to play for keeps or make a bet?
We already talked about not betting with things that other people also use or depend on.
Another thing to remember is about what might happen if you were to win a bet with a friend and take away their most important item. How might this affect your relationship or your friendship?
Winning can be fun and exciting, but as we saw today, you never know when you are going to win. So make sure to play with games just for fun too, and you don't always have to bet.
You should also remember to make time to get outside to play and be physically active. This is not only fun to do, but it can also keep you healthy.
And before we go, we just want to leave you with a very important phone number. It's for the Kids Help Phone. The Kids Help Phone is for kids just like you who may want to talk to an adult about gambling or anything else they need help with. The Kids Help Phone is free to call and it's confidential. The number is 1-800-668-6868.
Thank you for playing with us today. We hope you had fun and learned something too.